So what would happen if teenagers from Millennium slashers were in the same movie with ones from 80s slashers? Let's find out. The Final Girls stars Thaisa Farmiga, Alexander Ludwig, and is directed by Todd Strauss-Schulson. It is really crazy that Alexander Ludwig is in Final Girl and The Final Girls, and the movies have no relation to each other except for their name. So guys, I saw some buzz about The Final Girls this weekend on the internet, and at first I thought they were referring to Final Girl. But no, this is a completely different movie, and it's basically an homage to slasher flicks. Thaisa Farmiga plays Max, and her mother dies in a car accident at the beginning of the movie, and her mother was in an 80s cult classic slasher flick that really resembles Friday the 13th. So 3 years later, after her mother's death, her and her friends, they go to a special screening. An accident happens which causes them to get trapped inside the movie from the 80s. And this was a really interesting twist on the slasher genre, and putting somebody from today in a movie from the 80s, and they have to interact with these characters that are 80s characters. And it's kind of fun to watch that process unfold. But what's really fun about this movie is it pokes a lot of fun at the genre, but it also kind of pays homage to the genre. And if you're a big slasher fan like myself, you're gonna notice quite a few winks to other slasher movies like Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night, and especially Friday the 13th. Even the killer's backstory in the movie is pretty much the same backstory as Jason. And also what's interesting about this is Max, she runs into her mother from the 80s. Throughout the movie, she is having to deal with, you know, the grief of her mother passing away, and then all of a sudden, boom, she's right there in front of her again. I also liked in this movie that they weren't safe. The killer could actually kill them, not just the characters from the 80s movie. And every time they tried to run away from the killer, there's these rules that are kind of set in motion that they have to follow, because this is a movie that's already been established 30 years ago. So they kind of find themselves running in circles a lot of the time. So they find out that they have to face the killer head on. And that is the best part of this movie, the last act. It's a lot of fun. They set up all these booby traps, and it's really cool to watch the final showdown between the quote-unquote final girls and the killer. As far as any cons for this movie, some of the jokes do fall flat, and sometimes I was wondering if this movie, it's trying too hard to be either one thing or another. It's trying too hard to be a comedy, or it's trying too hard to be a horror movie, and it really never nails either one. But that's just kind of a small problem. I still had a lot of fun with the movie, and overall I'd give it a purchase worthy. So out of the two Final Girl movies, I would say The Final Girls is the better movie. And this movie, it's on video on demand right now. I watched it on Vudu. So if you guys want to watch it, I rented it for $7.99. So go out there, check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And if you did watch it, what did you think of The Final Girls? Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And Humdrum out.